Miss Daphne Bridgerton.
You have no idea what it is to have one's entire life reduced to a single moment.
The time has come for the social season.
Tighter!
She to breathe, Mama!
Daphne and the Duke of Hastings are pretty scandalous, and like in terms of Regency period dramas. It's a good way to sort of explain to people why this show is different. Like, there's sex. And it's not just, how would you guys sort of summarize Bridgerton in terms of like why it's so different and like sell, you know, how do you sell it to someone?
It's almost quite a difficult one to sell, in that it's sort of unlike anything I've certainly seen before. It's not your typical period drama, as you said. But yeah, there's elements of definitely both. You really get a modern take. It's sort of a modernish relationship set in the context of Regency England. But also what I loved about it was the fact that it's very much from the female gaze. The raunchiness is there to tell a story, which is Daphne's sexual awakening, really, and her discovering her sexuality. And I think that's so important in her story. And it really, it's a story that sort of needs to be told, you know. I think so often we've seen the other way around, the male perspective, and certainly in period dramas. So it was nice to show a different aspect.
There's also the elements too of how little these women knew going into anything. Do you know what I mean? Like they just had no idea.
No idea. It was so fascinating. I think we did quite a lot of research about it as well, because it just seems so hard to understand. Now we have the internet, and obviously it's so easy to look things up. But back then, I mean, Daphne's mother tells her nothing. She's going into marriage so unaware of any of that. So yeah, it's fascinating getting to explore that. And, you know, I think the sex scenes and the raunchiness tells that story so well.
Okay, there's parts of the Duke story where I'm just like, get over it. Do you know what I mean? Like, your dad is dead.
Yeah,
I
mean,
you.
I know exactly what you mean. I think we all feel you. I think by the time people have seen this show, everyone will be feeling you on that. But I think that's very much the point with the Duke. I think there should be large parts of the experience where you're screaming at the screen going, get over it. Why can't you just let this happen? And I think that's super healthy, because in that way you get to see yourself on the screen. You get to kind of see all of these frustrations he's going through. You might suddenly realize, oh, wait, I kind of do that a little bit as well. Pride's kind of an issue in the 21st century too. So I hope that it's helpful in that way, whilst it is immensely frustrating. I've got to agree with you.
You have sort of an ending, like to your story. But I guess the question is it the ending or is it just the beginning? But it's the beginning of their chapter, I guess you could say. Is that a good way to think about it?
I mean, I think love is an ongoing process. I don't know if it ever ends. There's not so much an easy, happy ever after. You have to learn how to continue to work with each other and grow together, you know? So I think there's loads of places they could go with that. What do you reckon, Phoebe?
Yeah, I think so. I really like leaving season 1 with a happy ending. I think we all need that this year. But yeah, I mean, there's so many places it can go. I mean, they're so young still when they marry. So marriage is a long time. So there's plenty more places that relationship can be tested, plenty more ways.
Julie Andrews does the voice of Lady Whistledown in this. If you could have Julie Andrews narrate some part of your life, what would you like it to be? Like I was thinking this morning, I would love her to be my alarm clock. So it'd be like, Mara, wake up. Do you know what I mean? Like that kind of, it would be more soothing. Phoebe,
I'd love her to read like all my books for me in my head. So when I'm reading, it's just Julie Andrews' voice reading all the novels that I read. I mean, particularly I read her autobiography this year, and I would have quite liked it. Maybe I should look at that actually. She might actually have an audiobook. But yeah, I'd quite like to just read with her voice in my head. That would be nice. It's so soothing.
I love Julie Andrews' voice is like almost like a little angel on my shoulder, but like she tells me about everyone that I meet. So like, this is Janice from the AV Club. She has an immensely well-decorated bedroom. You should know this about her, you know, but like in her crisp vowels. If I had Julie Andrews doing that for me, I think that'd be a real gift in life.
There is nothing you cannot do. You are a Bridgerton. Oh, is this not lovely? All of us together again.
Lovely indeed. We should tempt scandal more often.